Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione. This is the first round of Season 3 of the SimRacing604 GT3 League. As you can see, we are running the Lexus GT3 here, and we are at Imola for round 1. Pretty exciting race that took place, some carnage on the first lap, but overall, I was able to keep it clean and bring it home for a good finish with a nice little battle at the very end. So I hope you sit back, enjoy the race, and make sure to check us out for next week at round 2. Take care.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curves.
Alright, so yeah, we had a practice session, and the temps for this practice session, both air, kind of cool, track temp was 23 degrees Celsius, and then we went to qualifying, and it was toasty, to say the least. As you can see, we're running in the afternoon, and track temp shot from 23 to 36 degrees Celsius, so we definitely had to adjust the tire pressures for that. With the nature of Imola being what it is, we are already running pretty decent downforce. Had the car set up a little loose, just because you kind of need to be a little loose to go quick around here, but you got to be really careful because as the stint goes on and the car gets lighter on fuel, you still want to make sure you got good tires, which I was kind of finding to be an issue early on in practice. So we made some adjustments on there as far as toe to kind of save the rear end a little bit, and we may need to do a TC as well too to save the rears. But I also changed, I was running like the default fuel, 62 liters. I'm on the aggressive setup, and we run it down to 44 to start with here, and we'll see how that goes. So we will have to take on fuel at the stop, which you don't normally have to. It's your call. We will change tires. Let's take a look at the weather. Looks like 30 minutes should stay sunny and hot, so we should be able to keep the tire pressures. And as Mike just said in our ear, there's no pit window for this, which is kind of nice to know.
Double file.
And here we go. We are heading into the final corner here. First corner should be pretty interesting, I'd imagine. Hopefully we don't get run over from behind, and we'll try and leave a gap, obviously, to these guys in front of us. Might be able to start in first gear here.
Green light. Go, go, go. Car on the right. Clear on the right. We have some light damage in the rear of the car.
Woo! Alright, so that was kind of a wild start there. We got through it pretty well. It was like somebody got turned and unfortunately came right back out on the track. don't think everybody saw him, so we got a touch from behind. When we get to the front stretch, I'll check out the rear damage time. Lambo behind us came in real hot there. All of a sudden you saw him arrive real quick on the radar. Got 5.8 seconds of damage, so we'll kind of feel the car out here and decide if we should take that on at the stop or not. Don't think I can keep up with these top four. They were blindingly quick in practice and quals. To be honest, with the heat, probably just gonna try and survive. Oof. Oh boy.
Brother, mate, this is me, crossovers.
Lambo got a really good run down the front stretch there. But we're not super losing the guys in front, but I think they're battling, or at least focusing on each other so that they can't run their normal pace. Got a little bit, looks like the Lambo's gone. Gives us a little breathing space to the Porsche behind us. Tires are coming in nicely.
Brother, mate, the fastest lap so far. Slow car ahead.
Woo! track is really warm. I'm back up at TC3, so I'm trying to be careful through there and through the chicane, I should say, and then Aqua Minerale, which is kind of the high speed, tight, right-hander double apex in the middle of the lap. Like I said, you need the car to be a little bit loose to be quick through those, but you gotta be really careful, especially in this heat. Finally got in the 43s. I didn't even get in the 43s in practice. Or quals for that matter. Got close both times, but car feels really good. I don't feel like I have to push too hard.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
I think not having too much pressure allows me kind of get in a rhythm too.
Behind to the car in front in sector 3.
Doing well, there's a chance. May not need to put as much fuel in as I have on for the pit strategy. I think I put on 28 liters. Probably won't need that much. From the looks of it. Considering we are 10.5 minutes into the race and we still have 8 laps of fuel left here, it looks like.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Made quite a bit of changes to the setup on this, an aggressive setup. So obviously we did some tire work from a pressure standpoint, because like I said, practice was a lot cooler than the race, than the quals in the race were, or are, I should say. So we had to get the pressures dialed in, and did a little bit with the toe on the rear to try and settle down the back. Added a little bit of rear wing, and then the aggressive setup on, even on without any changes to the rear wing, the rear end is really high, so the aero ratio is very high to where the back end would want to come around. And like I said, you want a loose car, but you don't want too loose of a car, so I brought that down. I think the aero variance was about negative 1.5% when I finished it. And then I ended up doing some work with the dampers, just because this corner coming up here, you really need to be able to use these inside curbs if you can, and not have the car get unsettled. And it was, so I made a little bit change to stiffen those. Same thing for here, if you can, you'd like to be able to use that for lap time, and that definitely helped out. But what a track! I absolutely just, I love Imola. Took her in too deep. It doesn't matter what car I drive either. Just really love the track. It's so much fun. Oop. Took him a bunch there. But yeah, I mean, when you get it right, it's just so enjoyable. Especially too, because you can get into a nice flow, put in some really stable lap times, and that makes it a lot of fun as well too. "15 minutes in, third of the way through." Yeah, those guys in front are just hauling. Like I said, the goal wasn't really to be able to try and keep up with them, just run our own pace. So we will have to keep pace, or keep an eye on Huck, who just got into P5 there on the relative board. He was the one that was running in front of us in the white Audi that spun. But he's really quick and knew he was going to be able to recover, so we'll just have to keep an eye on his progress. Obviously just put in some decent pace and make it hard for him, but
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3.
got through the chicane well there. Decent lap here. So it looks like we got about 4 laps worth of fuel left and should get me to the halfway point. Or pretty dang close if it doesn't, but it should easily. Yeah, we'll have to be careful. I mean, we haven't got a warning yet, but I don't want to take any chances. So we have to be careful here. It looks like there's some people that are pitting already, where they kind of shuffle out.
There's a car exiting pit lane.
was wrong. We might actually have to put fuel in. Use 44 liters and we're about gonna use that to get through halfway. If I want to try a different fuel strategy out, usually I just fill it up full for the entire race and go. We're gonna do one more lap here and pit.
Watch out for fuel. Prepare to come in.
We got a decent gap back behind us, so the pit road is a little tricky. At least the first time into it hard, I came in and thought the line was farther down than it was, and then the next time I was too cautious, so we're just gonna be a little careful, make sure we don't get a speeding penalty. Like I said, we got a good gap behind us here, and as long as we hit our marks, when we get into our box, we should be alright. Whew! Too much curve there. Alright, we're not going to do the body work because the car feels good. Go there. Changing from drive 5 to drive 6. Tracks should stay the same. So no change to our tire pressures, they look good. And we nailed our box. That's the one thing about this game. If you can do that, you can make up time in the pit stops. Take a quick look around. This interior is very nice. Really, really beautiful car. Get ready to get her fired up here. And rolling, really good stop. Really happy with that. That's a really good in, good stop, and we're rolling real quick. Should easily keep our position, and we'll just have to see where Huck is behind us. Looks like we got a guy second behind us. Not sure where he came from. I don't recall him being part of our fight before. So either he's got a lot of pace I was unaware of, or he's got a stop to do yet. And actually looking now at the relative, he's got 1 next to his name, or next to his car number there, so he's got to make a stop yet. So if he does catch us, we would just let him go. Ooh. Yeah, we took on more fuel than we needed to, but it was within the 30 seconds and doesn't hurt to be safe. Like I said, especially with the gap that we had behind us, there was no point to cut anything close. Plus, like I said, other than maybe the track rubbering up more, it really shouldn't change. So we'll have the same fuel on board to kind of understand what the car will do. Too deep, too deep, too deep. Lost a little bit of time there, but okay still. Oh, looks like the guy in front of us is a 30-second stop go. So it should elevate us at least to 4th. Which is what we were running in pre-stops, but I don't know if there's another car ahead that hasn't stopped yet. Trying to go as deep as I can. Serving his 30-second stop go there. And looks like the other guy stopped, so it looks like we're P3. and I've been messing up Aqua Minerale since I came back out there, so I need to really get this short up. So we got a nice gap, but we don't need to make, you know, a big mistake that causes them to take a huge chunk out of it. Just need to run decent laps, probably about what we're going to run. If we can get in the 43s, that'd be great. And I think that should be able to hold on here. They have brought it down. I haven't run super clean laps though, so. Plus, hopefully, hang on here. There we go. I was gonna say, plus, hopefully, 4th and 5th can squabble here a little bit.
There's a slow car ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Yellow flag in sector 3.
I'm going to be a little careful there. Didn't want to come flying down into the brake zone and hit him in the rear. You know, if he broke too early or whatever, it's a pretty tight spot, tight zone anyway. So those guys are all over each other there. Hopefully they race for a little while. I would have liked that guy to stay tracking out there instead of coming back across, but whatever, at the end it worked out. Again, some of that's on me. I'm the overtaking car. I got to be anticipating what the lap car could do. Especially in sim racing when you don't race with a lot of guys all that often, you're not sure what they're going to do. So you gotta learn to be cautious. I know guys don't like to do that. They like to just rip by. And when they get in an accident, they get all mad at the back marker. And it's like unless the lap car did something really egregious, it is on you. You are the faster car. Alright, we got plenty of fuel. 6.5 second lead. Stuff like that does not help. Probably 3 laps left would be my guess.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
decent lap. So it should be 2 to go. He didn't gain too much that lap, so we'll do the same thing here to make it really hard for him to get us. These lappers in front of us are going to make this interesting. So they are racing for position. Hate to flash him as much as I am, but he really needs to get out of the way here.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Woo! P2, baby. Really happy about that.
Excellent job, man. P2. Well managed. Make it back home safely.
I will definitely take that. That was really
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
that was a really good race.
Car on the right.
I know there's some carnage at the front, but man, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was awesome. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, that was race one. Race one of this season, and yeah, I got it off to a good start. I don't know if I'll be able to be as lucky about that as the season goes on, but make sure to tune in next week for round two. Thank you for watching as always, and take care, everybody.